Welcome back to my show. So we are going to do a meditation now. It's mindfulness then, meditation, right?
A mindful meditation.
Mindful meditation. Okay, awesome. So usually your process when you work with somebody is you ask them a question first to determine what is best for that person, right?
Yeah, best for that person. What might be ailing you right now, right?
Okay.
So I like that you talked in the beginning of the show about that persona. Obviously on the identity files, we want to talk about,
Yes.
persona and self-perception too.
Absolutely.
So, and usually it's a series of questions that I'll, kind of ask if it's a one-on-one. So for you, what is your current state of your self-perception?
Well, I definitely think that as I mentioned, I've been trying to take more time for yoga and that kind of thing because I've been running around doing a bunch of different things. It's super exciting. There's a lot going on, but I haven't had a lot of time to sit and have quiet time by myself. And I think that's why yoga has been even more effective than the gym, because even in the gym, I have my phone or I'm listening to music. So I think that
there's a lot of
my
visual
body is
stimulation.
craving quiet time, and it's craving something that would allow me to just kind of push out all the stimuli.
Right. Okay. And would you say that you've noticed an effect that all of the busyness has had? I know that yoga is helping with that. Have you seen, have you become forgetful in any area? Have you become overcommitting in certain areas?
Well, I'm an opportunist,
okay.
So I say yes to just about everything.
Okay.
Which, at this point, because things are moving forward so great in a lot of different directions, I have to kind of pull back a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm of the camp that I don't really want to say no, because you have no idea how something could go. But I will say that lots of busyness going on in my mind, so I think that I need time to decompress. I probably need to go out in nature and be away from the phone and all that shit.
Yeah, all that shit. One of the so before we get into the meditation, and I think you gave me a lot of info here to kind of guide you through something, and you guys at home, if you want to do that as well while we're going through it. But when we're very busy up here, we tend to have that facilitating in our lives too, or manifesting in our lives rather. So the busyness that you have out there, and just as you want to take and take this for what you will, but just as you want to take that time for yourself, there will be times where it's better to say, I can't right now. I would love to, but not right now. You're actually giving a great gift to yourself. Right. And even to the person who asked you to do something. Yeah. And it doesn't come easy, especially if you're somebody who's a yes person like you are and you really want to make an impact, which is really great. So you have to recharge your batteries too. And that's what I think today's meditation will be about, is a recharge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do it.
All right, great.
Shut that thing down.
Shut that. The other thing too, before we get into it, is your phones. Some of you are watching on your phones, so maybe just set those on the table. We talked when I was on that Brain Gangster show with Stacey Torres. I talked about the thumb, and the thumb is always on our phones, right? And we're always but there's some giant thumb. She has this thought that there's a giant thumb.
I
on us.
sleep beside my phone.
And there's a lot of schools and I do it too.
It's not good.
And I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? I'm always afraid of but the kids are in the house, and people have the house phone number if they need it, and I can check in the morning. Nothing will happen by then. So there's this idea of recharging your batteries so that you can have enough juice for everybody else and yourself. So let's close our eyes.
Okay.
The one thing that's very important when we start is for you to just make sure that you don't have anything crossed, right? So I like to, uncrossing your legs, uncrossing your feet. Hands, I like to keep them open. I tend to keep them up towards the sky, and on our lap as well. And then I also think, posture is very important. You don't want a rigid and stiff back if you're sitting down, but you also don't want to slouch down like this. So I think it's just, keeping a comfortable position. And Nadya, you're doing this really well because you're up against, up from the back of the seat. So you're actually requiring your physical posture to engage your emotional state, right? Because you're not leaning on anything right now. Okay, so we go through that, and let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, holding it at the top for a second, and then exhaling. Let's do a few more of those, and let's count for an inhale of 3, 2, 1. Holding it at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. Holding it at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I want you, Nadya, and everybody at home to just kind of start sending your breath and visualizing your breath going all the way down to your feet. On the inhale, And on the exhale, just sense them relaxing. We'll go up through the legs, the lower part of our legs, our calves and our shins. On the exhale, you'll feel those relax. Now you continue mindfully sending these breaths down through your legs and all the way up through your body. Counting for 3, holding the top, and exhaling for 4. And ideally, you're going to start to feel yourself relaxing. And in this quiet, I just want to give you guys a moment to practice this pattern of breathing. Taking that inhale, hold, and exhale all the way through the top of the crown. Now, if you get distracted by your thoughts, or the sounds, or the fears, or any type of emotion, just return to your breath. Inhaling for 3, holding for 1, and exhaling for 4. Because we're recharging our batteries, Nadya and you guys at home, I just want you to do a little visualization with me, still practicing the pattern of breathing. And that is that you're standing in front of a beautiful giant tree. And with each inhale, I want you to breathe in the life that that tree gives you. And with each exhale, breathe out the life that you give to that tree. Continue practicing this pattern of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. And as you continue this pattern of breathing, visualizing that tree, giving and receiving the breath and the gift of life, we're mindfully aware that we're recharging. And that we're centered. And that we're able to give once we have given to ourselves. Slowly we're going to come back into our awareness. So let's deepen our breath and our inhale. Holding it for 3, holding it at the top after 3 and exhaling, and just send that exhale all throughout the body. Hold, breathe in again for 3, holding it at the top, and big giant exhale. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, roll your shoulders back and forth, and your head side to side. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.
My eyes are open, and the clock is just about at 0.
Yeah, perfect. So, how do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, obviously, since we're doing it here, it was a little challenging to stay focused, but I think that I was able to stay a lot more focused than I expected to.
Yeah.
I thought that my mind was going to be totally racing, but I was able to stay in touch and contact with my physical and the breathing.
The breathing, did that help you with keeping your mind less busy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that the breathing is the one thing that really helps me with meditation or yoga. It's that breathing that is really calming.
Yeah, and
soothing,
and that's what returns us back to our meditative state too, right? It's that practice, and so for some people it's a mantra, for some people it's counting the breath, that when we get away, or our thoughts get away from us, or take us away from being, that we can come back in and be centered. And I think the other thing about recharging is just, you can visualize that there's a tree that is coming, giving you life, and that you're giving life to, and you can also visualize, standing in front of yourself. And that you're actually
or
recharging.
Maybe another type of place in nature, like the ocean. Like absolutely. I'm very connected to the water.
Yeah, whatever your happy nature place.
Happy place.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today and talking about mindfulness and identity and putting me through that meditation.
You're welcome.
I was thinking in my mind, I wonder if we'll have time for this.
Yeah.
That would be super cool. I do want to give a shout out to a really great community event that's happening in South Central this Saturday. It's being put together by the Bridge program, which is an extension of Antioch University, Los Angeles. It's going to be at El Conquistador, which is 3330 South Central Avenue in LA. It's on May 6th, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a health fair, and I think it's going to be super cool. There's yummy food and a lot of resources for people in the community who need to know more about health services and immigration services and a lot of different cool things. So check it out, 11 a.m. to 4.
Great.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm going to check it out. I'm affiliated with Antioch University, and the Bridge program is one of the most amazing programs out there right now. Basically, Bridge, it's attached to Antioch, and people can acquire college credits for completely free. It's an accredited program.
Wow.
So I do know that they're looking for funding right now. So if you know anyone who in the grant world who is a passionate advocate for education, send them my way.
I will. Okay, I do. All right, great.
Awesome. All right, y'all. You have a wonderful day and week, and hopefully you went through that meditation like I did. I'm feeling much more grounded. I am hungry. That made me very aware, like, you're getting hungry. So, yeah, thanks again.
Thank you.
And check out The Daily Kennedy. It's www.thedailykennedy.com for meditation for assholes and a whole bunch of other awesome conscious daily content. Take care.